Issues in issue trackers, like linear, usually answer question what. Where is a bug? Where is a feature we would like to have? Very rarely we answer a question how. How exactly we are going to implement it? And that is a very important question. Affected files, dependencies, related issues, clarifying all of those is your job, assigned engineer. Last few weeks I've been playing with a new CodeRabbit feature, which made it much easier. In this video, I show you how it works and then how to set it up. Let's go. Look at this ticket. It's not really well defined, right? But still will be enough to do the job. I need to implement light mode support for a little mobile app. Usually I would go explore the files, see what need to be changed. That's quite a big work. In this case, I will just ask CodeRabbit to do this job for me. So I write CodeRabbit plan, and then CodeRabbit answers me with the coding plan is ready. Let's take a look at this plan. So here is the plan. Summary, design choices, coding plan itself, and the research done. First, let's take a look at the summary. In this case, pretty simple task, so summary also not going to be big. Implement a complete light dark theme system with a theme switcher. So already much better defined than the issue itself. Very well. Now let's take a look at the research. Research highlights and explains the existing situation, affected files, and how it works right now. So things what gonna change. Then design choices, very interesting section, which explains what decisions were made during the planning. For example, in this case, CodeRabbit considered theme mode options. Should we have three-way selector or two-way selector? And theme file organization. As it a small app, should we maybe just throw everything in app directory or create a dedicated folder for that? So as you see, for switch, it preferred three-way selector, light dark or system, and reasoning explains why exactly it was done this way. And for file organization, we see what it selected, creating a dedicated directory for themes and constants files for colors. Very well. Now, let's get back to the coding plan. Coding plan includes three phases: the foundation of the themes, integration at the application level, and then migration, because current files don't use themes, so there also will be a need of a migration. We can go through these tasks per phase step by step and see what they include: theme constants, type definitions, theme provider, all those things. Notice there is interesting thing: install async storage dependency. I might think, why do I need async storage dependency, introducing new dependency, if I need themes? Why? So then I can simply ask CodeRabbit here in the chat interface. Why do we use async storage here? What are our options? Then CodeRabbit explains me. So why async storage? We need it to persist user's theme preference, so it will survive application restart. Now, why exactly async storage? Why it's a good fit? And what are the alternative options considered? XP Secure Store, File System, SQLite, and so on. So in this case, we prefer to go with async storage. Very well. Also, I can use chat not only to ask questions, but also to disagree with CodeRabbit and provide better ideas and give feedback. So, for example, I agree with async storage, but I disagree with context folder. So I suggest renaming it. I will just refer to this task and specify something like that. So CodeRabbit agrees with me for this app, context is too generic since you only have one context. So let's go with theme context. Very well. So my correction accepted. And I will just push redo plan button, then replanning in progress, considering the things I suggested in the chat. Now, very interesting thing, what not only me can communicate with a plan, but also our team members, product owner, your colleagues can participate in the planning, give their feedback and question decisions. What makes this planning truly collaborate? So replan is completed, took around a minute. Now we work with plan version 2. Versioning comes very handy when you have advanced features and big plans. We see now what design choices count switch to free. We speak about theme file organization as well. So selected a single theme directory. And we can see what coding plan phase 1 now includes theme context, theme instead of more generic context. Also, we can see immediately the agent prompts for this part. Now, after reviewing, asking questions, and collaborating on the plan, we can proceed with implementation of this plan. So I can push the agent handoff button, choosing the phases what I want to have, but I want to proceed with all 3 phases. So I push the button agent handoff. I can see agent prompt for all the phases and all the tasks. And now I have 2 options. To pass this plan to my coding agent, I can use integration with Cursor, VS Code, or WinServe, or simply copy prompt to any coding agent of your choice. So I use VS Code, so I will proceed with VS Code. Plan is sent to CodeRabbit agent, so I can review it one final time and implement selected phases. So you can choose specific phase to go one by one. In my case, again, I want to proceed with all the phases. I push the button implement selected phases, and my coding agent begins work. Lovely. As an alpha tester, I've been using this feature for a few weeks. It was really cool, but also a little bit of a torture because I wasn't allowed to tell you about it. So I'm glad this waiting time is over. I'm very happy with it, both for my work and for my open source projects. It works as a charm. So now let's get to the second part. I'm gonna show you how to set it up. So pretty obvious. First we need to log in or sign up to CodeRabbit. I'm using GitHub, so I will proceed with GitHub. Second thing, we need to add your repository. I already have repository added. Then, if you use GitHub issues or GitLab issues, that will be enough. But here we speak about linear. For Jira process will be the same. We need to go to integrations, switch to issue tracking, and enable. I'm using linear, so I have linear enabled. For Jira process, again, will be the same. So push the trigger, authorize linear and CodeRabbit to work together. And basically that's done. One last thing, but very important thing. I love automation, and I'm very lazy engineer. I don't want to type CodeRabbit plan every time. That's not how it should do. Let's set up auto planning. Auto planning is very easy, so I get back to my issue planner and go to configurations. In configurations, I already have my first rule set active, so let me show you. Rule set is a set of rules what will trigger generation plan automatically when conditions are matching. So here you see, I have a rule what if team is expo CodeRabbit and if label contains ready for plan, then plan will be triggered automatically. Now, very important thing here is repository name. Take a look. Linear board is not directly connected to Git repository. So, to avoid CodeRabbit guessing which repository to work with, or to ask you which repository to work with, you better explicitly specify this repository in the rule set. In this case, then those conditions are matching, so team and board is expo CodeRabbit, then it will be just matching to the related repository and work will begin immediately. Otherwise, CodeRabbit will need to guess the repository or directly ask you, and we want to avoid it. Automation first, right? I've been using Issue Planner very actively, and it not only helped me to get job done faster, but also to consider edge cases I normally could miss. I'm very satisfied with the results, and I highly recommend you to try it too. CodeRabbit is free for open source projects, and also have 2 weeks free trial for proprietary projects. So give it a try, and then let us know. We are actively gathering feedback. Use contact support or get to our Discord server. Can't wait hearing from you. Thanks for watching.